We begin tonight with one man's quest to find his daughter, who's been missing for more than 5 years. Brazi Lunetta's daughter, Reya, disappeared from Los Angeles after her first birthday. She was kidnapped by her mother, Camilla, Brazi's former wife. A global search has so far proved futile, but in a major development, it's just hit New Zealand shores. In a moment, we'll talk to Brazi, but first, this report from Tony Reid.
For my daughter Reya's first birthday, I took her to the Los Angeles Zoo. She wore an Asian outfit my sister Mieshka sent her from Korea. Reya's favorite animals that day were the seals and the red-tailed lemur. The next day, my daughter Reya was kidnapped. That was over 3 years ago, and I've been searching the world ever since.
Where's Reya?
The last time Brazi Lunetta saw his baby girl Reya was June 20, 2002. Then she vanished into thin air, abducted by her mother Camilla. The last 5 years captured in this hour-long film tells the story of a father's search to get his daughter back.
From LA to New York, Goa, India, Bangkok, Thailand, Perth, Australia, I've been searching the world for you, kid.
Brazi, a documentary maker by trade, made this film for his daughter, Reya.
We were married after knowing each other for 5 weeks. I was completely awestruck, in love. The marriage was a way to help her stay in the U.S. She'd been there for 5 years illegally. We spent the first 3 months in bed. You know, literally, your mom Camilla had a great line that the world would revolve around our bed.
The relationship would soon disintegrate apart from the sex. Brazi says they had nothing in common.
Mom and I were never able to become friends. We didn't really like each other very much, to be honest. I know I didn't like her.
Brazi says Camilla used him to get pregnant.
I talked extensively with Camilla's sister. Camilla called her in Norway and said, I met the man who's going to father my child. Not my husband or my greatest love, but I met the man who's going to father my child. So after she had left me, she still hadn't conceived that child. So that was what that one night was, when you were conceived. So again, I was completely deceived. I was played.
But whatever their history, the facts stand up. The Los Angeles Police Department has had a warrant out for Camilla's arrest since 2002. The family court in Australia has Reya on its missing children website. The drama has received international attention.
First tonight, a father's desperate search for his daughter who was kidnapped by his wife.
It's a desperate race to find his daughter that's taken him around the world.
Please help me find my kid. She's in this country.
Han har bare timer igjen på å finne sin kidnappede datter I morgen.
Brazi lives for tip-offs. They've taken him to New York, Norway, Thailand, Perth, Sydney and Melbourne. But every time the trail has gone cold.
I'm doing everything I can to find you, Reya, and it's not happening. It's not coming together. I haven't had a solid lead in over a year now, and it's killing me. And I don't know what to do about it. It's like I'm not picking up these signals. Anything, you know, I'm viewing things the wrong way or something.
Now, one man's search, which he says has cost $250,000 in 5 years of his life, has brought him to New Zealand. Brazi touched down in Auckland just over 24 hours ago.
We have a tip from the Australian Federal Police and the FBI that she came into New Zealand with her mother who had lost custody under valid passports with alias names. But the only chance I have to find my child is through the press, reaching the public in New Zealand. Someone's going to recognize her. There's 4.5 million people in this country, I've been told. Not that many places to hide. My daughter is here. She's 6 years old now. I've been looking for 5 years.
Well, Brazi Lunetta joins us now in the studio. Look, this has become your life. You've spent all your money. You've spent all your time. Is it an obsession?
I'm not sure obsession is the right word. It's my daughter's well-being. It's not about me. It's not about Camilla. It's about this innocent 6-year-old little girl. What's best for her? She needs friends. She needs education. She needs to be around her family. And until I know that's happening, I can't let it go.
In that 5 years, how close have you ever come to actually finding her?
In 2005, 2006, we were about an hour away in Australia and New South Wales with the Australian Federal Police Task Force, and she was tipped off an hour before we got there.
How certain are you she's here?
about 99% sure, according to the AFP, Interpol, the FBI, and Thelma McDonald, the U.S. Department of State in D.C.
Look, I mean, I've seen your doco. I mean, in the doco, you talk about turning up at her friend's place with a shotgun. You talk about wanting her dead. Maybe she is just frightened of you?
No. In the documentary, when I talked about the extreme anger, it was at a moment of real pain. I had just given everything I had away. I couldn't find her. I got so close to her, and the frustration took over. But that's what a documentary is. It's an honest portrayal of where I was at that point in my life. But again, this has nothing to do with Camilla or me. It's about this innocent little kid.
But just in terms of, I mean, the relationship ended. I mean, not well. I mean, was there ever any violence in the relationship?
Never. Absolutely not. You can ask the LAPD. You can ask any of her friends would confirm that.
I mean, we've seen that, I mean, she is wanted in America on charges. If you found your daughter and her mother, would you want to see her mother end up in jail?
No, not at this point. Reya's 6 years old. The only person she knows is her mom. Every time she's moved, she's been taken away from every single person that she's met. So to put Camilla in jail for up to 10 years for felony kidnapping does not help Reya on any level whatsoever. The absolute best situation would be to find her in New Zealand, to convince her to come back with me to Norway and go to 2 separate loving homes.
So you're willing to do a deal, if you like,
Absolutely.
to ensure
Absolutely.
your daughter has access to both of you?
And to school and to health care.
I mean, the sad reality, though, is what, she's now 6.
Yes.
Does she know even who you are? Does she know that you exist?
I don't know. According to one of the Australian men that knew them in Perth, he was told that I died in a car crash in L.A. According to a woman in Sydney, she was told that I just didn't want to be a part of my daughter's life. So what Camilla has told Reya, or whatever alias names they're using now, I don't know. She may not say anything, but as Reya gets older, her curiosity about who her father is, what really happened, is going to be how she finds me if I can't find her. Between the internet, all the press I've been able to get, she'll be able to locate me one day.
But that could take years.
Yes.
You're prepared to wait?
I'm prepared to do whatever I have to do to guarantee that my daughter has a great life.
I mean, there are conventions in terms of where there are custody disputes. I mean, New Zealand's a party to the Hague Convention. I mean, have you contacted the police? Have you contacted authorities here? Yes.
Every country that Reya has been brought to, I've had to file a Hague application with the Central Authority. That was filed with the Wellington Central Authority, and I plan to go there soon to meet with whoever's assigned to the case.
I mean, you effectively sold up everything.
Yes.
To look for your daughter. How do you survive?
Well, the kindness of strangers, quite often, to be honest. You know, I've been periods of I've had no money, no food money. In Australia, Mission Australia helped me quite a bit, and Jeff and Alina Gambin helped me. It's been pretty amazing actually seeing how kind people can be. And then at other times, I've been able to find black work, what they call legal work, especially in Norway, where I can work for 3 months, and the kroner's so strong that pays for my plane fare to get here. Is there ever a point where you're going to have to say, I give up? When I die. I mean, death is the only thing that's going to stop me. Before I die, I'm going to hug my daughter again. Okay. Well, Camilla, if you are watching, or anyone knows Camilla and her daughter, Brazi says he wants to end this. He does want to negotiate. Well, obviously there hasn't been any contact between the parents, but you can contact us, and you can contact us in confidence on our email, closeup@tvnz.co.nz. Just one final thing. Sorry, how would people recognise her? Well, there's a birthmark on Camilla's arm, a large brown birthmark, and my daughter has a brown birthmark on the bottom of her left foot, on the sole of her foot. And Camilla would be how old now? I think she'd be 32, but her birth certificate in Norway was different from what she's told people in L.A., okay. So she might have skipped a few years. Okay, and she's a singer. Very good singer. Well, listen, as I say, if you know anything, please contact our website, and as I say, all those contacts will be treated in confidence.